Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim, you dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info cups and Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard his self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more than measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated ultras, Rio Fern, Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane outside. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes, yeah, they departed. My flow be retarded, sick, I need hella help. My groove came back, this must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros, this is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help, here come the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot, no vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck, yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
And we here, tap in, walk with it.
Game of Thrones King's Road is now available on both PC and mobile with Google Play Games.
I know we're about to get to. I told y'all,
Experience the Game of Thrones universe on a larger PC screen. And carve your legend in the 7 kingdoms with enhanced mouse and keyboard controls.
I knew they was gonna come for him, man. Knew it.
Yeah.
Knew they was gonna come for him.
Glitch the guarantee.
People have come home.
E&E.
Today's Fat Joe ain't
2020 got me seeing so clear.
Yesterday's Fat Joe ain't today's Fat Joe, man.
Put your
We
bullshit.
might be able to go through it, man.
Northern glitch. We cool, nigga. This is the cool.
Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rollin' haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, this that bullshit. Kill him in vain, that's vanity. Do it again, it's insanity. Nauseous a real vigilante. Killing these kids is plan B. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Blowing on leaves from these planted trees. Don't break the code, that's family. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Ever I cook is a masterpiece. When money talk, I speak Guapanese. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Studied the gang, how they testing me. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. All of these gems you can retweet. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Below $1 million, flipping it. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick, butcher shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my
We on the
element.
rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rollin' haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, this that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. What's the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. What up? It's your Virgil, your brother, Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know we here, Jack. And we about to get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And you know we're going to do it like we're used to it, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Share on your own social engineering. Let's go. All right, I'm about to come up here in a second. What's good with everybody? We got a heat wave going across the country. In my city of Columbus, Ohio, it is 92 degrees. My fault, 91 degrees. It dropped 1 degree. It's 91 degrees at 6:51 in the evening. Today is so much stuff going on. They're having the Juneteenth festival celebration going on in my city. From my neighborhood, we got the Northeast Community Reunion going on, the 11th annual Northeast Community Reunion, which I'm going to after this show. So much other stuff going on, but I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. It's just way too hot to be outside, man. You know? I woke up earlier today. All praises be to the Most High. I woke up early today. I've been awake ever since, and my goal for today was to get my front and back lawn cut. If y'all seen the short on my page, I showed the before. I'm gonna show the after. I'm gonna show the. I said the after. I'm gonna show the after right before I leave after the show, so y'all can see. Yeah, it's been too hot to be outside today for me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. It's just too hot to be outside right now. Even right now it's like probably okay to come out right now, but earlier in the afternoon, nah, man. When it's 92 degrees, it's 91 degrees outside, man. You know, it's not comfortable to be outside. You're hot, you're sweating, your shirt getting wet, your drawers getting wet because you're sweating. You know, eventually you're going to start to stink because, you know, you're sweating. Even if you got some fire cologne, like how I probably gonna have on, but yeah, it's just an uncomfortable feeling. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna go see what's to it after this show. But we gotta get when me and Elle was doing Hip Hop Tuesdays before we started the sports show. And I told y'all when we did the show on Jim Jones, I mean not Jim Jones, but Fat Joe, I said they gonna come for Fat Joe, man. Soon as he do something he wasn't supposed to do or don't do something he was, they gonna come for him. And here we go. Here we go. Right? I knew they was gonna come for Joseph, man. I knew it. It's inevitable. Listen, man, when you play with these people, man, when you play with these people who run and control the music industry in order to have some type of fame or notoriety or get some money, you have to do that at a cost. And it's going to cost you dearly. You have to make sacrifices. Right? And if you Virginia was playing that, you're going to be rubbing elbows with certain type of people, being sponsored by Bacardi, being sponsored by whoever else he's sponsored by. If I'm not mistaken, Bacardi is a member of the Diageo branch, the family branch, if I'm not mistaken. Quote me on that if I'm wrong. Right? But eventually, sooner or later, they're going to come for you. Especially if you do something you wasn't supposed to do, or if you don't do something that you were. And clearly that's the case with Joseph, because he has a $20 million lawsuit over shocking allegations that he slept with minors and brought one a BBL in order to enhance the maturity look to the girl due to the fact that she was so underage, that she looked so young, that in order for us to take her seriously as being an adult, she had to get a BBL. That is crazy. That is wild, Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena. And you know we're going to talk about it today on the show. Now, things is going to be a little bit different over here, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all why. And this is why I've been falling back, because I've just been peeping the scene and analyzing how I'm going to go about this, right? And I come up with the best method is just for me to do what I've originally always done, is just show still images. Excel Pro, what had it, man? Show still images while showing and playing, while playing audio from my phone. That seems to be the safest way to do things nowadays when it comes to content, because YouTube is getting forever more stricter with their copyright situation. And I don't want to risk, or I got one violation right now, man. So I gotta, I always tell y'all that we gotta box cleverly. And I gotta do that by showing and proving what boxing cleverly looks like. Now, to some extent, that may take away a part of the aesthetic of the show, because I like to show video to bring more flair, if you would, to the content showing live audio. But as y'all see and pay attention, that YouTube is kind of finicky with that. It's not so much the content creators who care. Look, my videos get shared. I don't care. I get notifications all the time. People even be looking at my videos talking shit about it. I don't care. I mean, I just don't care. Right? But if somebody's saying doing something crazy, then that's when I'll be like, oh, nah, hold on. And that's happened a few times, but for the most part, I really don't care. But people, it's not that content creators care about their content being shown. Because let me tell you something, as a content creator, I don't care who shares my content. Long as you sharing it, I don't care if you talking shit, blazing me, trying to roast me, talking about however you talking, whatever you talk, I don't care. I really don't. Long as you sharing my shit, that's what I care about. But at the same time, to a certain extent, somebody might be misusing your content. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but it's not the content creators. It's YouTube that's doing this. So I ain't tripping. The form pretty boy, what's good with you, boy? He said you gotta say fair use. Even and listen here, the form pretty boy. Fair use don't even work all the time. Trust me. All right. Fair use don't work all the time. Because sometimes content creators might not care, but YouTube cares. You feel me? So, you know, that's just some food for thought for up-and-coming content creators as such as myself. But anyway, we're going to have this conversation. I ain't going to hold y'all for too long, but we're going to get to it. And as I have told y'all, they was going to come for this guy. And listen here, and let's just be clear. They're not coming for Joseph because of what he said concerning FBA history, talking about Latinos helped us create hip-hop 50-50, which we all know is a goddammit lie. I'm trying to use the sunlight, but I see that the sunlight isn't even really good lighting. So let me fix the lighting real quick, y'all. I apologize about that. I'm thinking I'm going to use Mother Nature, but the lighting just ain't lighting. You know what I'm talking about? That's more like it. You feel me? I'm pretty sure that's more like it. But yeah, though, man, if y'all recall, not too long ago, me and my brother King Els, shout out to my brother King Els. My brother King Els just dropped a new album unbeknownst to me. And eventually we will have a listening party coming up for my brother's new album. But we did a show when we was doing Hip Hop Tuesdays with Fat Joe being the topic of the show. And I told y'all then that they gonna get Fat Joe, especially when all this we help blacks create hip-hop 50-50 bullshit was going on, right? I knew they was going to end up coming for this guy because he just was being too outspoken. He was being very, very blatant with what he was saying, knowing that what he was saying is not true, right? And just the level of exposure he was getting, going viral, I knew it in my heart of hearts, like, they're going to end up coming for Joe's neck. I've been telling y'all that Joe, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, y'all see what they did to Busta Rhymes? Even though Busta Rhymes is still probably to some extent flourishing right now and doing his thing, that whole thing about him coming out, possibly being a fun boy and all that, you can best believe that put a damper in his situation to some extent. And I'm not saying the stuff that is happening is going to be career ending. It could potentially be. What I'm saying is that these guys are going to get exposed and it's going to affect them in a way that's not positive. Right? Nah, well, I didn't see it. I'm about to look right now, though. Right? Where did you send it to, the form pretty boy? Did you send it to you send it to A Real Talk or Art Media LLC? What did you send it under? You said that got him on his own TV show? Huh? What's your email, Deformed Pretty Boy, so I can go to my email and pull up your email? Yeah, so you let me know what your email is. Oh, gee, what's happening, man? Deformed Pretty Boy, let me know what your email address is if you don't mind, so I can easier find it on my email, right? I know it ain't Deformed Pretty Boy. I know it's not deformedprettyboy@gmail.com. What's happening with y'all, man? Y'all know we gonna talk about it, man. You feel me? We gonna definitely talk about it. Right? Y'all know we gonna discuss this for sure. And I wanted to have this discussion because like I've been telling you, I knew they was gonna come for dude. He was talking too much shit for one, and two, he was getting too much exposure for the shit he was talking, knowing that the shit he was talking is a fucking lie. So you signed up with this whole Democratic shield role that you took on to promote Kamala, or should I say Kamala, and to promote these anti-black rhetoric ideologies that you was promoting. You know, so I knew for a fact, I'm like, hold on, Joseph is a part of the elite now. He's being endorsed by Bacardi. He's being endorsed by Democrats. He's being endorsed by such and such corporations. Oh, Fat Joe, yeah, because he ain't dropped no music worth listening to. That album that he put out a year or so, whatever it was ago, it was absolute trash. Let's just be clear with that, right? Now we got allegations that Fat Joe, hold on, let me check my Amazon order real quick, y'all. Okay, my Amazon order is on the way, and that's good. It should be here Monday. I got a job coming up in Canton, Ohio. So I got to get me some new microphones for my camera, and I got a photography job coming up. It's beautiful. I ain't going to speak too much on it right now, but, you know, it's a beautiful situation, trust me. Tap in, walk with me, man. Fat Joe, I knew they was going to come for you, bro. You just was talking too crazy, too reckless, too greasy. And I understand that you was being pushed by the machine, but what you didn't understand, or probably still right now can't figure out, is that everything comes with a cost. And knowing that you a man who's going to be willing to do certain things, but not willing to do certain things, or willing to do certain things, but not willing to do certain things, y'all can't play in this field of this game right here, man. And here they is giving you a $20 million lawsuit because somebody who you used to work with is claiming that you like young girls, and that so much so that you got one a BBL. Look how they coming for Joe. I'm laughing, and I'm laughing. I wish Els would tap in, because I told Els, I said, they're going to come for this nigga's a fuck nigga, man. I didn't even know that, Deformed Pretty Boy. My man Deformed Pretty Boy he said he has a show on Stars Network. They putting too much money. Oh, yeah, okay, I have heard of that now. See, exactly. He has a show on Stars Network. They put too much money into this clown. Exactly. When they start putting money into these dudes, 50 you next, bro. Don't get me wrong, man. I fuck with 50 as far as what I think him to be, but what I know him to be, you ain't unscathed, bro. They coming for you next too, man. They coming for all you niggas, man. And that's wild, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share, and social engineering, man. Appreciate all the support, man. I knew they was gonna come for you, Joseph. You was talking too reckless, too crazy. And the shit that you was talking is just lies that can be easily debunked, which has been. You just was used as a face, a voice, and image to promote their anti-FBA, anti-black, anti-hip-hop, trying to discredit us agenda they got going on when there's so much other shit going on as well. And here they go, putting this on you. Oh shit, man. Let's go, man.
Okay, we're not gonna get that gun, so let's
smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering.
Brought forth by his former hype man in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. After Terrence T.A. Dixon filed a complaint alleging that he witnessed the rapper groom, isolate, and sexually exploit minors while employed by his company, a lawyer for Fat Joe, whose real name is Joseph Antonio Cartagena, fired back, calling the suit a blatant act of retaliation. Attorney Joe Tacopina tells E! News in a statement June 20th, the allegations against Mr. Cartagena are complete fabrications, lies intended to damage his reputation and force a settlement through public pressure. Mr. Cartagena will not be intimidated. In Dixon's complaint submitted to court June 19th, he accused Cartagena of exploiting him sexually and financially during his 16-year employment. Dixon alleged Cartagena forced him to perform more than 4,000 sexual acts to maintain his standing in the company, saying in the suit that the alleged stunts were designed to degrade and exert control under the guise of loyalty tests. The lawsuit reads, sexual acts were induced not by choice, but by fear, dependency, and fraud. Each encounter carried an unspoken message: refuse and you lose everything. In one alleged instance, the complaint said Dixon's travel plans were abruptly canceled and he was stranded in a foreign country without any money after refusing to participate in a sex act. Fearing financial punishment, professional sabotage, and physical retaliation, the complaint said Dixon often complied with Cartagena's alleged demands, including unpaid labor in songwriting, tour management, and security. During his employment, Dixon alleged that he also witnessed Cartagena engage in sexual relations with children who were 15 and 16 years old. Dixon is seeking up to $20 million in damages for unpaid performance wages, lost per diem, stolen publishing revenue, unpaid royalties, and physical and emotional injuries, according to the lawsuit. However, Cartagena's attorney, Joe Tacopina, tells E! News that Dixon's suit is a desperate attempt to deflect attention from a civil complaint the MC filed in April, accusing Dixon and his lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, of extortion and slander. Tacopina says, we didn't just 15 years ago, we sued the lawyer behind it all. We have taken legal action to expose this fraudulent campaign and hold everyone involved accountable. E! News has reached out to Dixon's attorney for comment, but hasn't heard back.
I told y'all, man, it's only a matter of time. And I agree with you on this, Deformed Pretty Boy. Shout out to my homeboy, Deformed Pretty Boy. 50 cent, 50 box clever, though. You do know only way a broad can smash 50, they have to sign the agreement, and it has to be videotaped. You feel me? They're going to get 50 eventually, though. But he boxed cleverly, though, and that's what I respect about 50. He definitely boxes cleverly. He definitely does. That's why you don't hear his name in no bullshit. You see they try to come at him with this whole shit with his baby mama and all that crazy shit. They keep trying to throw his son in there, but, you know, we clearly see that Marquise is a little fuck nigga. Clearly that has been manipulated by his mother. So we don't take him serious at all. He done fumbled the bag numerous times. All you gotta do is shut the fuck up and be his son. Nigga, you could have lived the best life ever. I don't know no man who's a grown man who can't live very comfortably in 2025 getting 10 bands a month from your pops. How is 50 Cent your pops and you not up is crazy to me. Unless you a bitch ass, mama raised ass, manipulated ass nigga. Flat out. Ain't no way in hell 50 could be my pops and my mom have painted the picture of him to me that he's a fuck nigga in any type of way. And even if he was a fuck nigga, I would overlook that shit and deal with him accordingly and get to that bag. Ain't no way my pops is 50 Cent and I'm out here fucked up. There's just no way. Exactly. And he's so far removed from his street involvement that they would have to dig into the fucking crevices of his street career to get him booked on anything illegal. 50 has been very legal for a very long time. He's worth millions of dollars. I'm talking about it's going to be very hard to convict him of some street shit. Now that he's been making millions of legal money for 20 plus years. You know, but 50's day, trust me, is coming. As is all of these niggas that's fucking with these industry people. All of them. All of them. Nobody's exempt. And I want y'all to understand that shit. Right? Let's go, man. We're going to show some shorts of this shit. Fat Joe, I knew they was going to do this to you, bro. And you deserve it, nigga, just for all that bullshit 50-50 hip-hop shit. You deserve all it. No remorse, no sympathy, no nothing, nigga. Fuck you. I'm not happy that they doing this to you. I don't wish this on you. I'm not glad that they're doing it to you, but you brought this on yourself. So I'm just sitting here saying, I told you so. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social engineering. Everybody talking about this, man. As they should. Right? As they should. Where my brother M. Rec at, man? Everybody talking about Fat Joe. Right? Right? My nigga M. Rec at. Shout out to my brother M. Rec, man. Me and my brother M. Rec got something coming up real soon for y'all, man. You know? I knew they was gonna get you, Fat Joe, man. I knew they was gonna get you.
Fat
man.
Joe faces shocking claims from someone who knew him best. Fat Joe's former hype man just dropped a bombshell. A $20 million lawsuit claiming he was forced into more than 4,000 sex acts.
Whoa. And listen here, y'all, right? I want y'all to understand this. These people could compete. They could be completely lying. That's irrelevant, right? And let me tell you why it's irrelevant, because the relevancy isn't the victims who allegedly are making these claims. The relevance is that we shame this nigga publicly. They don't give a damn about this dude who's alleging all this stuff. $20 million ain't shit to these people, man. They can print that shit up and just put it in his account, man. They can type it up, enter. It's in this account. It's nothing, man. It's not about that. This is about Fat Joe. This is about Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena, doing something he didn't, doing something he wasn't supposed to do, or didn't do something he was, or a combination of the two, and now they're coming for his ass. And this is the price that these people play when they think they was willing to play these people's games. RBG, what's good with you, man? He said $6,700 a month. Shit. If you can't survive off the $6,700 free, tax-free dollars a month, that is $67,000 plus 12, 13, 4. That is 79. That's like 80 bands a year. If you can't survive off of 80,000 tax-free dollars a year on top of whatever else you may have going on, something's fucking wrong with you. Because if I was to get $6,700 untaxed free dollars a month, oh, my lifestyle would exponentially increase. Let's just say that, right? Let's just say if I got $6,700 a month in my account right now, from now on out, my lifestyle would be exponentially enhanced. Let's just say that, right? On top of everything else I got going on. That would be a beautiful thing. You feel me? Yeah, so Marquise is a little fuck nigga, right? And I don't blame 50 for Marquise. I blame Tia for Marquise. Or it's not Tia. That's Rick Ross. I blame the old girl who now getting all this fucking shine all of a sudden. Well, she's not a bad looking chick. But she's still an old washed chick, though, who's a baby mama who's disgruntled. You know? But Fat Joe, who at one point in time was beefing with 50 Cent, he's the topic of discussion. He's in the hot seat right now. And I knew they was going to come for his ass. My man, the former Pretty Boy, said he did that shit. And the system collectively are after them right now. So you Latin perverts getting exposed too, no matter how much money you got. That's a fact, the former Pretty Boy. If you're a part of this industry and you participated in some lewd, shrewd, crude acts, which most of y'all have, involving minors allegedly, possibly, involving boys allegedly, possibly, as well as other females allegedly, possibly. Y'all done did some freaky shit. Y'all done attended the freak-offs with Sean. Y'all done been to other freak-offs that wasn't Sean's. Y'all done did all types of lascivious shit, man. And this shit is coming home to roost on y'all's ass. And when y'all thought y'all was going to disrespect FBA, when y'all thought y'all was going to lay and claim ownership to hip-hop as if y'all can actually prove historically that y'all somehow helped us create 50-50 hip-hop, which is utterly lies and can be proven to be so. That lets a real one like me know that you're being paid. I told y'all, who's paying Fat Joe? Who's funding him? Y'all can go back and look at my numerous videos I've done, short videos, pre-recorded videos, live streams. Go look at the archives in my archive and see the stuff that I done did concerning this situation with this fuck nigga right here, Joseph Cartagena. I've always told y'all they was going to come for him, and here we go. Yesterday's Fat Joe ain't today's Fat Joe. My man, the form pretty, or OG say 50 Cent's son is whining about child support when he could have started that online shoe store and become richer than 50. Exactly. Started the online shoe store with the notoriety of your father's name on top of the $6,700 allowance you getting every month just because you his son. You couldn't make it pop with that. You had to go the female disgruntled baby mama route with it. I got no respect for Marquise Jackson. He's a fuck nigga in my eyes. And I feel exactly how 50 feels about his son. And I understand why he created that role for the one boy in power. That was a loose representation of his bitch-ass son. Because I would disown my fucking son, too, if he conducted himself in the manner that Marquise has since he's become an adult with his little bitch ass. He need to get his ass kicked. Clearly, Marquise ain't never had his ass kicked. And that's just straight up how it is, man. Let's get to it, man. Fat Joe, I knew they was going to come get your motherfucking ass with your lame asshole.
Controlled and manipulated for years, even witnessing underage girls and...
See, this is crazy right here, y'all. Right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and call Fat Joe a pedophile, a Eberfowl, a Heberfowl. I'm not going to say any of that. I'm going to let them say it. I don't know about that. I've never heard that. I'm not in any circles to hear that if it has been said, but I've never heard anything publicly in my whole life about Fat Joe being associated with any type of thing with underage girls, underage boys, freak-offs, no freaky homo fun boy shit. I gotta say that. I've never heard that. Not saying that it's not true, not saying that there's no validity to it. I'm just saying I've never heard that. So I'm not even going to entertain that. As far as me going on the bandwagon to see, it's possible. It's not beyond the scope of believability being involved with the people at the levels that he involved with. I'd imagine that maybe he'd been to a freak-off or two or few. I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually proven to be true that Fat Joe messed around with minors. And so much so to the point that he paid for a young broad, he paid for a young batch to get a BBL so she could look older, as if a BBL would make her chick look more mature. Hey, y'all, put a number 11 in the chat if you think a broad, a young if you think a young batch, if you think a young, spicy, fast-ass batch, if you think a BBL would make her look more mature and older, put a number 11 in the chat. And I'm going to go use the restroom real quick and let this video loop a couple times.
Secret payments to keep him silent. He says he was trafficked across states and made to do things against his will, all while Fat Joe got richer and more powerful. Fat Joe denies everything. His lawyers call it pure extortion and say the claims are completely made up. This scandal could destroy a rap legend's legacy or expose one of the biggest secrets in hip-hop. What do you believe? Comment true if you think he's guilty, or lies if you think it's fake. And don't forget to hit like for more breaking stories. Fat Joe faces shocking claims from someone who knew him best. Fat Joe's former hype man just dropped a bombshell. A $20 million lawsuit claiming he was forced into more than 4,000 sex acts, controlled and manipulated for years, even witnessing underage girls and secret payments to keep him silent. He says he was trafficked across states and made to do things against his will, all while Fat Joe got richer and more powerful. Fat Joe denies everything. His lawyers call it pure extortion and say the claims are completely made up. This scandal could destroy a rap legend's legacy or expose one of the biggest secrets in hip-hop. What do you believe? Comment true if you think he's guilty, or lies if you think it's fake. And don't forget to hit like for more breaking stories. Fat Joe faces shocking claims from someone who knew him best. Fat Joe's former hype man just dropped a bombshell. A $20 million lawsuit claiming he was forced into more
people out, man. It's always the help that take these people out. Y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if former Pretty Boy. I wouldn't be surprised at all. You right? I'm not shocked. I'm not alarmed. I'm not like, oh shit, oh damn. You feel me? I just got to be honest with y'all. I've never heard that. I've never seen that. I've never heard anything about Fat Joe, any accusations. That's just never come across my desk until now. But of course, I do understand and I know that this is part of what's with the industry. So like I say, it's not surprising, alarming, shocking to me that these allegations about Joseph CARTEGENA are now coming to fruition, to come into public scrutiny, if you would, right? Now, I mean, I don't have to show too many videos. Y'all seen the same stuff I've seen. We just having a conversation. And I told y'all that I was coming for this dude, the former Pretty Boy. Have I not been saying that they was gonna come for Joe? I've been telling I told you Joe's next. They Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, Timberland. We're gonna do a show. Timberland. You see how they coming for Timberland? Timberland's smart though, right? He boxed cleverly. But we're gonna have a conversation on that too, because like I've been telling y'all, the unintelligent, smart artificial intelligence is here. The smart grid is now here. The robot army is now here. And the whole situation going on with Timbo proves everything that I've been telling y'all about that. So we're going to get to that next week as well. But yeah, man, I'm about to drop the link for y'all, man. I want some of y'all brothers and sisters to come up, spit y'all game, talk y'all shit. Because I know y'all been hearing about this just like I have. I know y'all want to speak on it. And y'all know over here at Real Talk Podcast, we're going to get straight to it. I've been telling y'all about this dude, these guys. All of them are a part of this whole thing to some extent, especially when they start getting big boy endorsements, brand deals. You start seeing them with TV shows, Stars, Hulu, Revolt, all this stuff. You start seeing them get a lot of media attention. You start seeing a lot of them on the internet. Fat Joe, Jada Kiss get their own podcast. in the midst of the podcast. Now this happens with Fat Joe. What's up with Kiss? And I haven't really watched too many episodes of Kiss and Fat Joe's podcast, but Fat Joe, or should I say, Kiss absolutely does not need anybody in assistance to have a successful podcast, right? You right the form, pretty boy. He did clean up his past. That's why it's coming to haunt his ass now, right? Let's just be clear. I'm about to bring you up here shortly. Let me just say this. Let's just be clear. Kiss don't need nobody outside of Styles and Sheik to have a successful podcast. Jadakiss could very much have a very successful podcast all on his own. And I believe that all of our old school, very popular, even to this day, and relevant artists, I think they should all capitalize off of their success, and they should have a podcast. I think y'all should all do it because we all want to know the stories that only y'all can tell as being hip hop heads. And it's a perspective that we can get of the lots from Sheik, Styles, and Kiss individually, as well as their personal relationships they have with people in the industry and what forth and so forth and so on. So I believe that what better way to capitalize off of your success than the new wave that is with internet and social media and podcasts. Now, I think every artist who ever had any degree of success should capitalize off of that and do that. And I'll support it, especially if I was a fan of yours or still am a fan of yours. But Kiss don't need you, Fat Joe. You needed him. Because for real, let's just be honest, y'all. Fat Joe, when he had his original podcast, that shit was ass. It fucking sucked, which is why it didn't do too well. You see, he had to go acquire one of us just to get popping. Y'all remember original Fat Joe's podcast? I forget what it was called, but it was trash. Simply because Fat Joe's not funny. He's not charismatic. He's not magnetic. He tells good stories, but I mean, he's a cornball. We look at you like a lame, bruh. You see, he had to go recruit Kiss just to get us to watch. And look what happened in the midst of that. Now, Kiss, you need to just sit back, do your own podcast by yourself, Kiss. You don't need nobody else, but you definitely got to answer for that fucking quiet ass role your ass played on that Drink Champs episode with you and Nori and Fab and Sean's fun boy ass. Yeah, Fat Joe, you talk too much. You're not good at talking outside of telling those stories. That's just some real shit. The former pretty boy, what's good? Why?
What's good, fam?
Man, you know I have to do a show on this, man, because like I said, man, I've been sitting up here telling y'all about this dude, Joseph CARTEGENA, man. I've been telling y'all that he, amongst others, is going to get exposed for the fuck niggas they is, for either doing something they was supposed to do or not doing something they was. And here we is, $20 million lawsuit from who the fuck we know who, hype man, talking about all this shit. So go ahead and spit your game, talk your shit, my brother.
You called it. You know what I'm saying? You called it. You know, but like I said, I'm not surprised because you know what I mean. It's like we gotta understand, like, really, like, Fat Joe, what he came out of and what he came from, and you know, being in the trenches and in the game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's like, dude, you definitely was on some pervert shit. I ain't never in my whole life ever met a fat boy Latino that wasn't on some pervert stuff, bro. In my whole life, bro. And I've been dealing with them since I was like knee high to fly side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a baby. So I know it's like, and so, you know what I'm saying? From my experience, it's not surprising because it's part of their culture to mess with minors. You know what I'm saying? I see it every day, Virgil. Every single day. And when I tell you every single day that I'm out, you know, making moves and doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? I see them every single day. I walk into the store, be something, you know, because it's summer school out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially out here in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? You see them moving, little girls running around and stuff. I always be like, sit back and I just peep the game, and I always see some old ass Latino dudes sitting there lusting. You know what I'm saying? Looking and staring at these girls, bro. I see it every day. I always catch them. I just be looking at them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking at them while they looking at some, some little teeny bopper staring there lusted. It's like, bro, you 3 times her age, and you sitting there looking all, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna go knock her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in their culture. You know what I'm saying? The whole quinceañera thing is part of their culture. You know what I'm saying? At 15, they consider a woman, and like that's Latino culture, quinceañeras. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like they have them all the time, especially in my neighborhood. They have them all the time, bro. It's like nothing. Every other weekend, they having a quinceañera party out here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? In my neighborhood. So, bro, I know these fools are out here. They really are. It's part of their culture. Perversion, pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Is really part of that. It's like nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's common. Remember the story I told you about the 11-year-old minor? You know what I'm saying? Who had a baby? Yeah, who had a baby? Who used to come into my work when I was working in the gym.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, and dude was like 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the family wasn't tripping on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear stuff about like especially like Latin artists like him, Fat Joe, they digging up some stuff from his past because somebody didn't snitched on him. It's like I can imagine he got many more stories like that. Maybe not someone that he put a BBL on, but you know what I'm saying? They touring and going to the concerts and doing them concerts in their barrios and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Them little community shows and stuff where these little young teeny boppers are really influential. You know what I'm saying? They around this, oh man, he's Fat Joe. He's Fat Joe, mija. Go talk to him. He's Fat Joe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
you already know the form pretty boy. You already know.
I know the culture, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just common. So when I heard this, I was like, yeah, he was with a minor. I was just like, yeah, what you thought he's never done it? You thought not? You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. It's like I mean, I hate to say it or to stereotype it, but it's like, bruh, it's like some things are innate characteristics among certain community groups, and people need to face it and stop lying to themselves. Like, for example, was like chicken is a characteristic amongst our community group, right? And amongst their community group, pedophilia is a characteristic amongst their group, and that's just the facts, bro.
Let me cut your whistle real quick, bro, because I'm glad you brought that up. Right? Hey,
okay.
We love chicken. Hey, look, Latino, y'all love chicken too, but I don't think y'all love it as much. I don't think it's associated with y'all as much as it is with us. Hence the term fried chicken and watermelon, right? And beer, which is an awesome combination, March. You feel me? But yeah, though,
beautiful.
Pedophilia, I mean, beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? But pedophilia, while trying to be put on us as if we're the faces of pedophilia, hebrophilia, ebrophilia. See, it's levels of philias, y'all. You got hebrophilia, ebrophilia, and pedophilia. It's not something that's really known amongst our culture, although it is. You know, we do have a little bit of incest thing in our culture. We do. I'm not ever afraid to admit that, but nothing like the Latino culture. Y'all, the whole quinceañera, like my brother Deformed Pretty Boy said, man, that whole thing is surrounded by 15-year-old girls being women now, able to have children and get married and all that. That's that European shit that y'all get from y'all Spanish fathers and y'all's Portuguese fathers, right? With your white boys. Let's be clear. They just speak Spanish. I don't know why people think just because it's Spanish or Latin, that means it's somehow connected to like almost being black, and it's not. Be clear, the Spaniards and the fucking Portuguese are white boys. Let's just be clear on that.
Speak. That's what you
very
exactly right.
It's not connected. I don't give a damn about the Moors invading Spain and and Seville and Sicily and Palermo. I don't care that. Nah, I'm talking about y'all still white. Most of y'all, right? Like especially Cartagena, he's a white boy. He would be considered a white boy Latino, right? And I knew they was gonna come for his ass, man. And this whole thing about how pedophilia, hebrophilia is trying to be put on us FBAs as if we're the face of that culture when we are absolutely not. No, the Europeans are the face of that culture. They started that shit. They promote that shit. They even structured their aristocratical and their monarchical societies based off of that. Hence what I mean, the British crown, the French crown, the Spanish crown, the Portuguese crown, whatever royal families throughout all of Europe, all in practice and participated, right? Pay attention, right? And goddamn it, incest, aka ancestors. Your ancestors / ancestors. Let's be clear on that, right? I just had to say that to form people because I know a lot of people get confused on that, and it's being made to think that we is the main purveyors of this ideology when we absolutely are not. Matter of fact, if you look back into the history of our native indigenous Black culture, we shun such shit. You would be put to death for such engagement and behavior and activity.
Facts. It's like you're gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? These fools be like they're having barbecue cookouts with the person that's like molesting their daughter. It's like, bro, are you freaking serious? And they know about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, and be a cousin. They are just like, bro, you got
with 20 million. It don't matter. I'm not gonna get into the whole showing video. Y'all done seen this shit. Y'all done seen all the videos. What me replaying on would even prove or y'all know what it is. Whoever this alleged hype man is, man. Have they shown this person's identity?
Bro, 20 million is not nothing for probably the lives, the many lives that this dude is probably, hurt, man, throughout his life. And I don't care what nobody says, about this. I've been around these people.
Right.
I've been around. I've dealt with them.
Hold on.
I know the
pretty boy. Don't you have a child with the Latino woman?
My she's a mulatto and half Latino, or mulatto and half Latino.
Basically
So Latina, same thing. You know what I'm saying? But she's more Africanized Black because she's from Cuba. Her roots are from Cuba. But it's like that's how I know. You know what I'm saying? I know about that. But their entire, like, she's from a different side of that. She's from the side that was like actual slaves.
Right.
She comes from the slave culture, from the Black Latino culture, where they were actually slaves. And like, you know what I'm saying? They do not like that. Where she from, they don't like. They battle with the white Hispanic Latino. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that are persecuted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they come from this whole because where her ancestors are from, you know what I'm saying? She comes from slavery, you know what I'm saying, from the slave colonies. Because if all central, so see, people gotta understand the history of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Because Mexico was actually, before it was up here in the United States. The portion that was Mexico, it stemmed all the way down to Central America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That all was Mexico, which actually before was Mexico, it was the Empire of Guatemala. You know what I'm saying? That was the Empire of Guatemala. That's what it all was before it became Mexico. And you know what I'm saying, which was actually slave colonies. You know what I'm saying, where they brought the black people into these places. So when you hear like Hispanics talk about we had nothing to do with slavery, you're freaking lying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because you abolished slavery. Why'd you have to abolish something if it was never there in the first
Let's
place?
be
That's
clear.
their
The
wordplay.
Portuguese and the Spaniards revolutionized, industrialized slavery.
Exactly. They were the first
Yeah.
ones to actually get the bread off of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like you know, I was like, oh well, we helped abolish slavery, but you guys were one of the main contributors of slavery. So like, come on, man. Mexico had major slaves. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I'm saying? Before any other colony this in this hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they had more they had more slaves in Mexico that actually brought through the transatlantic slave trade than actual mainland United States, which a lot of people don't actually really realize or know. And it's like, and it's unfortunate because, you know what I'm saying, we live in this information age. It's like you can find out basically anything, you know what I'm saying, documented facts, documentation, you know what I'm saying? You could actually do what do you call it? Geology and genetic actual research
Genealogy.
all the way genealogy sorry genealogy research on every person, you know what I'm saying, now, you know what I'm saying, where you can actually track your records. That's what I sent you. I sent you dude that did a full genealogy research whole thing on Tupac.
Okay.
He was like, he went from scale to scale and he showed how you could actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Through different censuses, through different censuses from different cities that you actually live in. That's
Right.
why the DNA stuff is fake. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing the same,
I've been
but
telling
you're,
y'all that.
that's why and I know this personally because I actually work with a scientist with the actual geneticist. Her is like, and she remember I told you about her. And it's like she told me it was fake. You know what I'm saying? She's actually geneticist. She's been going to school for genetics 20+ years, bro. And she's Israeli. You know what I'm saying? She told me it's fake. You know what I'm saying? She even proved it to me because she did it on herself and showed me the results. And she said, "Is this anything like me?" She was like, "It's fake." You know what I'm saying? Because there's no they use the same methods that me and you are able to do. They just charge your ass money to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like, bro, it's like because it's literally no way for them to trace your DNA from your DNA from spit to tell you exactly
Hair
which race you are. Yeah, from your hair follicle. You need from spit. You actually have to go into an actual lab to even have it done. You know what I'm saying?
genealogy
Yourself.
of your DNA strand, the genome, and everything, man. That's why I'm saying a DNA test is just proving that your DNA from your body is present in somebody else's body, but your
Somebody else.
genealogy test is going to go back to where the origins of your DNA and its genetic structure and its genome comes from. That's completely
Yeah.
different.
Completely different. That's why you cannot do a 23andMe and all them tests. They could just
DNA
do that by your
and all that bullshit. That shit
they
ain't
could
tested.
they could actually just do that off of your name. And that's what they're doing.
Right.
They're doing the same just off of your name. They could trace it. You know what I'm saying? Because you think also people have to realize they leave a whole what's the word I want to use? Electronic timestamp stamp
Right.
and everything that you actually do. You know what I'm saying? And every time you use a phone, every time you use the internet or whatever. And it's easy and those companies have contracts with federal bureaus and federal groups to actually access that type of information. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's how
Connected
they're
to
able to
all the
actually
health departments across the world, all the welfare departments, any place
yeah.
any place that would collect your DNA through blood, hair, saliva, any type of collection of anything, biopsies and all that shit, man.
They don't even need your DNA. They're taking your DNA. When you go and you spit on that, they're taking your DNA for their own research and their own experimentation.
I'm talking
That's what
about
people
doing
need
all
to
type of
realize.
weird, crazy, freaky shit
Yeah,
with your DNA.
exactly.
You know what they
Exactly.
doing.
It's like, but they're not taking it to find out where you're at because they could or where you're from because they do that. They could do that just by your name. It's like even if you go on like it just by your name, you could actually go online and like do a background check on yourself. Okay,
Right.
just do a simple background check on yourself, and then you'll see associated with this person, connected to this person. It'll show you like your father, and it'll show your brother or your sister or something. And then they just go back from there. Okay, where's your brother from? You know what I'm saying? You know, brother, okay, who is he associated with? Who's his wife? You know what I'm saying? Where's her parents from? Whereas it's like it's easy to do if you really want to sit down and actually do it and do the research yourself. These companies have major money to where they got thousands of people that can do a job that would take you, freaking week to do. You know what I'm saying? They could do that in one day. You know what I'm saying, and find out exactly where your oldest ancestor is from. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard anymore because we've left a paper trail or electronic stamp so much through using these different devices because you use the device, your father used the device. You know what I'm saying? And then like he
Got
signed
accounts in
a
his name.
document.
Your father got accounts
Hmm.
in his name. It's a big
Exactly.
cross-referencing thing, and they can just by cross-referencing all this access to all this information, they can pinpoint it by process of elimination, deductive reasoning, critical computing, not thinking, critical
Mhm.
computing, electronic learning. They can fucking
Yep.
pinpoint your ass and everybody connected to you, going back hundreds of years.
Bro, check this out. This is how advanced like people don't realize the society is. They just don't put
Right,
it out in your face. Look at
right,
like the last year I was in my job when I do the security job and we got robbed, right? We literally got robbed because I don't have a pistol. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to have pistols in certain in California, you're not allowed to have no matter if you're doing security work or anything, you're not allowed to have pistols in
not allowed to be
certain work. Yeah, you're not allowed to be armed. There's certain companies that won't allow you to be armed. You know what I'm saying? That's
armed.
just a stupid law. But anyways, so we got robbed, right? So like three dudes came in, pistols drawn, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They made us get on the ground, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When they got, but they didn't really steal nothing. They stole like $300 and some backwoods. They was young. They was kids, right? They was like they when they pulled the gun. When the dude approached me with the gun, he was little, he was shaking, he was just he was shaking. He was like, where's your?" I was just like, bro, I could just tell
Bro,
you
don't
ain't did
shoot,
this
bro.
before.
Please don't shoot.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could just tell you ain't did this before. But when he told me to get on the ground, I was like, he didn't have gun skills. In other words, you know what I'm saying? So what I was afraid of is that he would have shot me. I was like, bro, I'm about to get shot on accident because this fool don't know how to hold this pistol. You know what I'm saying? Not because he want to, he gonna do it on accident because he was too jittery. Well, anyways, to my point says the police came, right? They came and they were like, yeah, so they came later. It was like they were real nonchalant about it. This is how advanced this area is. And they were like, oh, okay. And the cop was asking me questions, right? And he was going, and he had his phone in his hand, and I was like kind of peeping his phone, and kept going, "Toot, toot, toot," and kept blinking. Then a face would come up, "Toot, toot, toot." Boom, another face would come up, and "Toot, toot, toot," another face would come up. It went through like 20 different facial, different faces, right? And then the next thing he goes, oh, all right, man. He was like, yeah, I gotta go. He was like, we're about to catch these dudes right now. And then freaking they caught him within an hour later because the cop told me, he's like, look, want to know how the technology works. He was like, basically what actually happens is like triangulate. If you got a cell phone, at any point in time, what happens is like it doesn't go. They have masks on too. Keep in mind these dudes have masks on too. So they have masks on. So what actually happens is it doesn't go from your face, it goes from your eyes. So whatever person is like, they have the background of the person, it goes through the way your eyes look. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it gives you a possible match. Then they triangulate that off of the phone from okay, so this person, okay, this is the person match. He looks more like the person that's here in the camera here. Okay. Then they triangulate where that person's cell phone is at. And that's how they catch him. That's how they caught him. They caught him at a Denny's chilling, eating.
All y'all who got jobs, and y'all go to the doctor and y'all pay for y'all insurance to get your eye exams done and shit. You going to goddamn it, America's Best. You going to Lens Crafters or whatever private practice you're going to, not understanding that they're uploading your information into a worldwide database that the unintelligent artificial intelligence has access to. And like the former pretty boy said, y'all do not understand how advanced this tech is. It don't need your DNA. It can cross-reference through massive computing ability. It has access to a global network of information. It can cross-reference your Facebook with your medical records, with your dental records, with your job history, with your mom's and your dad's as well.
All the way to your grandparents. Your grandparents. Your grandparents.
They don't even have to be alive. It can just be documentation that's in their system or that they have access to.
And that's why the lady that's the geneticist, she was telling me it's fake. She was like, it's not, that's not how it works. It's like, she was like, that's not how they're actually doing it. You have to go to a lab yourself and basically and sit down with the actual geneticist. It's going to cost you hell of money.
Thank you, the former pretty boy. And it's not cheap. It is not cheap. It's not $100. It's not $200, $300. It's like bands. And if you're going to get an actual genealogical test, you're probably going to have to go to the local university in your city to get it done and go to their genealogical department.
Exactly. So see where the city that I live in, it's like South San Francisco. It's basically it's world renowned. It's the actual home of technology. So there's a lot of scientists and geneticists around this area. This area is basically that's what they live. They live in this area. It's part of their community. That's what fuels our community is the biotech and the tech campuses. That's what I'm saying. That's the part the community. That's where the economic power of my city is based on. That part. All the companies around here. What I'm saying, they do business here. Okay, so you can look up the actual companies that I'm telling you about. It's called Genetech, and they held a lot of they'll have concerts and stuff in my city and around little festivals. Yeah, Genetech.
Genetech. GENETEC.
South San Francisco, California. It's big. They got a lot of employees. And they do they're doing cancer research. They're one of the major big hitters. So they're doing cancer research right now, but they're tying the cancer into linking the cancer according to genetics. You know what I'm saying? And they're and basically finding medications and stuff that can fight off. And she told me how they actually do it. It's tough, man. I mean, what they do is crazy. It's and there's all kinds of it's with, but I mean, for when they're trying to find cures for diseases, it's fine line. You know what I'm saying? It's but what it is, it's basically lab rat testing, kind of in a way, because they'll make a drug, they'll make a drug to create a drug, or somebody will come up with some kind of medicine from whatever, and they'll go down to Brazil and dig in some mud and find some healing factors, and then they'll bring it up here and make a drug out of it and say, okay, we'll test it on 20,000 test subjects to see what the effects are. You know what I'm saying? If it works or whatever on specific type of cancer and stuff. So that's kind of where their research is right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, it's in some ways, depending on who the scientist is, yes, it could be used for very bad. very bad. There's a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? Type of, okay, used for good purposes and then bad purposes, you know what I'm saying? It's but it's a lot of money involved. But you know what I'm saying? Back to the whole thing, it's in my community where I'm at, it's so you got the levels, you got all the techies and all and then the people that work for the techies. You know what I'm saying? For the big money. You know what I'm saying? They work for the big money. They work for these execs and stuff. And that's where I fall in. I work for these people. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily work for them, but I provide them with the service. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them don't want to be in the public. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work out in the gym. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. A lot of them are socially awkward. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are foreigners. They're not from this country. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't. You know what I'm saying? So they don't. So they don't want to be. They don't really be in the mix and mingle, and they want to do all their stuff from home, order their food from home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to stay at home. They only want to deal with their family. They don't like, stuff like that. And there's a lot of those people that work in that stuff that's like that. You know what I'm saying? They really socially awkward. They don't want to be and the crazy thing is they'll be married, they'll have family and everything, but they only have a small circle of people. You know what I'm saying? They don't really like to be out and socialize. Socializing isn't their thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when we come across people like Joe and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The people that are in in that community, because there's a lot of those people that are in my community that are level like you. Like I said, they got like 5 or 10 different taco trucks on my street, bro. It's like on my street, on my block, bro. It's like literally on my block, bro. I tell you, there's at any given day, it's either 4 or 5 taco trucks on this block. I mean, block's pretty long. Okay, don't get me wrong, the block's pretty long. But if I don't want to go to this taco truck, I go to the other taco truck. That's why I can't eat their food, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, no. It's like, no. I know what it is, and it's bad. It's horrible. But like back to the original point is like there's a lot of them in this community, and you know what I'm saying, the workforces of this area. You know what I'm saying, and they all have a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying, a lot of kids are around, and there's a lot of single male perverts. You know what I'm saying, where you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of single male that don't have no kids, that are the perverts, the ones that they were talking about that skip and jump the border, the military aged men, you know what I'm saying? And those military aged men, you know what I'm saying, are the ones that are doing these that are all got this real perversion crack, you know what I'm saying? So when Fat Joe is definitely of that stock, you know what I'm saying? People are like, oh well, he's Puerto Rican. Quinceañeras are Latino. You know what I'm saying? They all have quinceañeras. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's like Christmas, like
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas is what? It's Christmas is Christian,
That's what I
right? Doesn't matter what type of Christian. It doesn't matter what type of Christian you are. They're still celebrating Christmas, right? At some point, you know what I mean? So it's like the same thing with kids. Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. And they might talk about it and try to make us the face, like you said. They try to make us the face of pedophilia or whatever, but it's them because they actually have a celebration to it, participate in it. Okay, it's like, bro, you have a freaking celebration to participate in it. We ain't got that, and you guys are the only ones that have that. You know what I'm saying? They're the only ones that got that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, don't give me that. I see, like, yeah, Fat Joe. It's like if you didn't do this one, you did another one. That's all I'm saying. If you didn't do this one, you know what I'm saying. If you innocent of this one, you got some closet player, and you and that Latino community that's listening to this, they know it too. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man,
That's a fact.
we gotta stop. We gotta
We got
stop, bro. And it's like it's bad, bro. It's like and dude who told on him, dude who snitched on him. It's like it wasn't like some random person. He been
right.
dealing with Joe for 20 plus years. This is his partner. You know what I'm saying? Hype man. You know what I'm saying? The hype man, he's close with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's his boy.
That's a
He
man's
toured. He
account.
did major
If
stuff.
anybody know, he know.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like you just don't. Dude wasn't like a random hype man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, he got 20 plus years with dude, and he probably is like, man, it's time. You seen his show? His show is on Stars. It's called It's called talking with or it's called sitting with Joe or something like that. Like, it's something like this, like talking
This
with
is
Joe or
different from
sitting
the
with
shit
Joe.
he got with him and Kiss, right?
Yeah, it's different. It's on Stars Network, so it's like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's an actual television show. He had Method Man on there. Well, he's had a few. I saw him. I saw it like during the what do you call it? The whole voting shit, the bullshit during the the election time. And this is why I kind of like lost my kind of like leverage for Meth, because Meth was like, because they were really during the election time there, Joe was really pushing the whole Kamala, like, being
He
down with
really
Kamala
was.
thing. Yeah, and on that show he was constantly like, well, so who you vote for? You know what I'm saying? And what do you call it? And Meth was like, yeah, gotta ride with a black woman. I was just like, oh, here we go. I was like, man, bro, you let me down, bro. You let me down. You said that one. You know what I'm saying? But that's, but yeah, he's part of that boule. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, he's the hip hop ambassador. That's what's even crazy. He was put in that whole department in the White House as a hip hop ambassador. People forgot that, right? You know what I'm saying? They had a whole committee, the hip hop committee. You remember that? You know what I'm saying? During the Biden administration, you remember that shit?
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
remember
saying?
all that shit, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, you remember? It's like, bro, and people got to remember. It's like this dude has been a representation of black culture. You know what I'm saying? It's like they put him as a face, a representation of a black art form that's of black culture. You know what I'm saying? People, I was like, come on, man. It's like, so now it's like you got this dude who ain't even us. You know what I'm saying? Who's now getting charged with a pedophilia crime. You know what I'm saying? But people are mistaking him as part of one of us. And it's like, and so now it's like we're gonna have to take a loss, in the public eye to the uneducated. We're taking a public loss for Fat Joe, who ain't even us, who's not
Ain't
even
like
one of us.
oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't even one of us, because he's a representation, because somebody in their bright ideas put him as an ambassador of hip hop. Are these people crazy? It's like, bro, it's like these people are crazy. It's insane because, okay, we already taken a loss with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, get it. Okay, which really, when you really think about it, you actually been following the case. It's like, he hasn't really, they haven't proved that he's done anything criminal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just proved him being nasty. Big nasty. Big big nasty. That's all they're proving him to be so far. Okay, maybe the drug using, you know what I'm saying, a lot of drugs involved and stuff, but they haven't made a case to where it's like, okay, this fool's human trafficking, this fool like, he's making these people do anything. They're just talking about the stuff they are engaged
Right.
in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of funny stuff. And then who you come after? Smokey Robinson. Bruh, Smokey Robinson? This is how desperate these people are getting. Smokey Robinson, bruh.
They're like 80,
It's like,
man. Come on, man. Come on,
you
man.
to come after Smokey Robinson, bro. So you're gonna convince me. Okay, my mama used to tell me, you know what I'm saying? Because my mom grew up in the Midwest, you know what I'm saying, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? So like, she grew up in Ohio, she grew up in Cleveland. So it's like, bro, she used to tell me stories about, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing about Ohio, people gotta, if you know Ohio, like, especially like Cleveland, like back in the early like 40s and 50s, that was like the midway pit stop between the Chi and New York. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it was like those three cities was right there. It was like, from what my mother told me, okay? She was like, the Chi, Cleveland, and New York. That was like the business. You know what I'm saying? Because they could do that straight beeline just that ride right there is just like a straight beeline from New York to Chicago back and forth. And Cleveland was like a pit stop. So it was like hot hella gangsters like right there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of like, a lot of criminal activity though from those days went on, during that time. Because my mom was born in the 40s, you know what I'm saying? She came up in the 40s and 50s. So, you know, she told me a lot of stories about that. She was also, a lot of the music and stuff, a lot of our music, that the popular style of music where people think is from the South, it's really from that area. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you think about Roger, you know what I'm saying? You think about the funk, all the funk stuff is really like a lot of it comes out of Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And when people think about gospel music, everybody thinks the South. No, in actuality, the gospel music that we know of today with the band in that actually comes from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that music is from the Midwest. People got to understand a lot of it stems from the Midwest. But back to my original point, she was telling me about like, a lot of the old head stars would come through there. That's they would be in that area. They would always have concerts. They would always have like community events and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And she said Smokey Robinson, bro. She said Smokey just had them. You know what I'm saying? My mom's not around anymore, but she told me Smokey just had them. Women threw themselves at Smokey Robinson because of his look. He was just the most handsome and most beautiful type of dude at that specific point in time in that era. He was like a straight star, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus he did a lot for Motown to top it off. He wrote majority all Motown's hits. That's his pen. A lot of those songs that you hear is his pen, from the Temptations to Marvin Gaye. That's his pen. Those are his songs. He wrote that stuff. So it's like, bro, so you're going to try to convince me that this man who was a sex symbol, you know what I'm saying? Literally a sex symbol, you know what I'm saying? Needed to, SA some maids that he had working, some non-English speaking maids that he had working for him. You're going to try to convince me that he did that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Yeah, it's like nobody's that stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, even at 80, why would he need to essay some border jumping maids? When it's like there's women out here that's bad notches that would still smash Smokey. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's, you know what I'm saying? You got women from those days that's still around right now would still try to give Smokey some box. You know what I'm saying? For free. For free. So you're gonna tell me that he's smashing his mate for free. You know what I'm saying? For free. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're gonna tell me that these, because you know the story about that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like that they try to, that these women worked for him. You know what I'm saying? They were obviously border jumpers. So somebody got in their head. And I think personally, somebody got in their head and told them, look, you can get some money out of this. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna make me think that he's more. What did you say, fam?
I said that's what it be most of the time in situations like that. Somebody sitting up there egging them on, somebody got in that situation. It ain't just like it's actual shit that happened.
For sure, I believe that with Cassie too, but with Smokey, it's obviously it's one of them talking about, hey, Mia, you know what you could do, right now, Mia, you know what they have? They have a lot of times of telling me these pinche mayates are fucking these girls, so you could probably get some money out of that. You know what I'm saying? And he's rich. He's rich. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They got in their head and next thing you know, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Now we got another one of our icons being taken down off some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Which that ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And back to your original point. They coming. You know what I'm saying? They coming for us all. The stuff with 50. You know what I'm saying? It's like, remember I said our 50 box club? You're right. It's like they're still, it's like they gonna get him too. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, the most likely the way that I feel that they're going to get it, they're going to get him through some street shit that he did a long time ago, that he paid somebody for or something. You know what I'm saying? I paid this nigga to do some dirt, and the dude all of a sudden pops out of nowhere and snitches. That's how I think they're going to get 50. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's, or, you know what I'm saying? Or like you said, like through his kids, something that his kids are going to, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, through his messed up son. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, you right about that. You absolutely right. It's like, it's like right there. It's like, you know, 50 bucks is real clever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because at one point I remember it was like, it was known, you know what I'm saying? It was known that like, if you was a female and you wanted to smash 50, you had to sign a non-disclosure agreement with him, and he was able to videotape it. You know what I'm saying? He was like ill with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody knew that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying? If you gonna mess with 50, he's got a videotape, because it was the whole thing of protect himself from the ones that saying, oh, he took it from me. You know what I'm saying? But even nowadays, you know what? You know, there's so many crazy laws with the SA stuff that's going on now. Like a female could be your wife. You know what I'm saying? And you could be in the middle of an action. You could be in the middle of action.
Wild as hell, man. We about to get up out of here before we go ahead and leave them with your last thoughts before we get up out of here, man.
Yeah, Fat Joe, thank you. I'm glad you getting got. I can't stand your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I know for a fact, bro, it's like you did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop you trying to look all innocent and act all innocent, bro. I'm just like, that's just one of the girls that you actually did too much for. It's like, what about the Maria that lives at 42nd in the projects that you smashed on? You know what I'm saying? When she was like 14 years old. What about her? You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. And come on, bro. Look at you, bro. I remember when you was 400 pounds. See, a lot of people don't remember when you was 400 pounds.
Yeah,
remember when you was 400 pounds. You know what I'm saying? When you were 400 pounds.
The ITC when they allowed him to be a part of it because he was a street nigga popping in the Bronx, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Who really wasn't that good of a rapper, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened with my homeboy, the Form Pretty Boy, but he just got dropped out for some reason. The Form Pretty Boy, I'm about to end the show, man. Shout out to my homie, the Form Pretty Boy, up out of that left coast, west coast, always bringing that good commentary, man. Listen, man, Fat Joe, man, you get what you get, man. You play stupid games, y'all know you get stupid prizes, man. This is what the fuck you get for trying to claim 50-50 creation with hip hop. This is what you get for trying to promote Ozempic. This is what you get for fucking advertising and being endorsed by Bacardi and other entities, man. You know, you're going to lose in the end. Either you did something you wasn't supposed to do, or you didn't do something you was, or a combination of the two. And this is what you get, and this is going to be the same way it's going to be for all these niggas, man. You already know what it is, man. We about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Tomorrow we're going to go in. I got a show for y'all tomorrow as well. I got some pre-recorded videos that I've been editing all day. About to drop a shit ton a month. I got pre-recorded videos on y'all. Smash that like button, subscribe to the page. My brother King Els just dropped a new album. We will be doing a listening party for it coming up here shortly. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, sharing social engineering, E&E every day, all day, no days off. Let's go. Appreciate y'all support, man. Thank y'all for tapping in.
Sir. What question is? It's going to hurt.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. Norse give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired turned to a bumper. Now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me and I got it photocopied. Caught him on film, flow tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. Around street the heat like chimney blocks. And I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep my
things.
grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, she be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get you used to hope. Formulated a plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look. Only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They wanna give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.